Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today on this webinar. We're gonna walk through. I'm going to turn this over to Paul. He's going to be walking through our strategy update, which is a lot of it is going to include a new membership model that we've got coming into place here. I think some of the new features and benefits you're really going to like. This is something that we've been working on for nearly a year with a lot of heavy involvement from our board of directors as well as our staff. So we'll get this thing recorded. So in case you want to distribute it amongst anybody there that might be interested, we'll be able to do that. I'm going to turn this over to Paul. Paul, it is all yours.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Dennis. So maybe first of all, just resetting here, we had the following strategy here for 2022 and 2023. It had these four main areas. I will be spending all of the time here on the new membership model, and then in future strategy updates, we'll give you updates on the TSANet Connect 2.0, what we're doing in the focus groups, and also what we're doing with partners. But I really wanted to spend enough detailed time here on the new membership model. So first of all, just the goals that we had set out for the new membership model. I'm just kind of going to highlight a few here. You can see the first two items, providing more value. So one of the things that the board really stressed was, hey, this isn't a time to increase pricing, those types of things. You really wanted to bring more value to not only open group members, but also limited members, which is actually a very large part of the organization. We also wanted to maximize the ability for collaboration between members. We felt there was some limitations based on how we had done the regional access and membership levels based on regions. So we really want to kind of maximize how members could use a system and optimize collaboration. We wanted to simplify the membership levels, so less is more, and hopefully you'll see that we accomplished that. And then we also wanted to simplify member benefits and really take the opportunity to update all the marketing material, make it very, very clear to members what membership level they were, what benefits they get based on that. I think the view was over the years that had become a little bit more complex. So a quick look at the timeline. Dennis indicated we spent a better part of a year putting it together, but it's actually started back in 2020. We sent out a member survey that went to all the members, and it really did identify some issues that we had with the existing model. So we took all of that input into 2021, which was the strategy creation year. And there's where we really leveraged the regional focus groups. They did SWOT analysis. We shared the details of the survey and really got a lot of input from members on what needed to change as far as the membership went. Then going into 2022, we actually, after the pandemic period, we met with the board face-to-face. We actually had three two-day workshops this year focused on this topic. So the first one was back in February, where we had a two-day workshop, and we really exited that meeting with a framework defined. Then we had a second two-day workshop in May. We really left that with a lot of refining the model and the features. Some of the new features I'll share with you here. A lot of discussion around to get to the point where we're at now. And then discussion around pricing models and grandfather clauses and all those types of things. Then just here recently, we had another final, we'll call it the final, two-day workshop. It was really to review and make sure that we're ready to launch the new model. So that went through all of the new marketing materials. And I'll highlight those a little bit as we end here, but you'll see lots of changes on the website, new intro to TSANet PowerPoint slide and materials. So quite a big effort to update everything. And then this is really the first, we'll call it, item for launching the new model. So you're the first to hear about it, but this will really continue here through the end of the year. So then taking a look at the new membership model. So this is where we landed on as far as the membership levels. As you can see, hopefully quite simplified from what our previous regional method was. So we used to have 6 membership levels. Now we're down to 3. So we have standard, and I'm not going to go through the details of these. We have a slide that'll dig into what those are. But really, the standard membership is really designed for members that do need to collaborate, but maybe it's not mission critical, 7x24, enterprise SLAs. It's kind of normal collaboration. So that's the standard membership. Premium, and you can see these build up. So it is all the benefits of standard plus, and really the big jump here, I would say, is features and functionality that are related to more enterprise level support. So 7x24, enterprise SLAs. I'll talk about this critical escalation functionality. So that all starts at premium, and then elite is really where the multi-vendor support functionality kicks in, where you get partner programs, you get solution support. We start talking about integration, advanced collaboration methods. So really all of the things that a member would need to really kind of scale out multi-vendor support. And then I show limited members still on this slide because limited members are obviously still a large part of our association. They come through elite members co-branded partner programs, but then once they're on the platform, they can expand relationships to other members as well. So I'll talk a little bit about that. That's part of the goal of increasing collaboration, but they do need to enter in through a elite members partner program before they can expand, and then obviously eventually, hopefully after a few connections, update to standards. So we do want to get the value to limited members as well. Just a quick look at how we're mapping existing membership to the new levels. And we do have very specific communication that will be going out to each and every member. So it'll be very clear to you what your current membership level is. And I will say there's a lot of members that maybe aren't fully aware of exactly what their membership level is and what they get today, but we'll be very clear about that. We'll share, what the new membership level is, what some of the new features is, but I wanted to just show you a little bit from a high level here. So pretty straightforward mapping. I would say the only ones that maybe are a little more complicated, and I put a little asterisk next to them, are we did have a couple members that were still on what we would call our legacy 2 region model for the last couple of years. We really were focusing more on single region or global, but we did still have some members that were on the 2 regions. So we'll have discussions with those. But again, you can see really where members are mapping into. And the other important piece here, and of course this will be part of the communication, is there's no price changes in 2023. So as we go through this, if you see, would this result in different price for me in 2023, the answer is no. So existing members would benefit from the new model and all the new functionality at your existing price. So only positive changes for existing members. So I'll walk through what each membership level gets, and I'll do this at a high level. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the features because I have separate slides that talk through what each of these features are. But limited membership, if you're not familiar with that, that is where a partner program is bringing in a new member organization, and they have a one-to-one relationship then with that host member. So obviously their relationships are based on the connections that they have. They have access to TSANet Connect, all of the, we'll call it default features. They can join any partner program that they want. Obviously, there's either a cost associated there by the host or the limited member. They do get technical knowledge exchange. That's a new feature that we launched this year. They get access to all the best practice webinars, and we do walk them through an onboarding process, validate their inbound process. So all that onboarding is part of that as well. So that's the limited membership. As we go into the standard membership, the key here again is really the standard collaboration, which is business hours, 24-hour response SLA. Again, the TSANet Connect functionality does increase at this point from what a limited member gets. So now you do get ability to add different departments, different process forms. So there is more functionality around the TSANet Connect system once you move into the standard membership. You are also able to connect with any partner through their partner program free of charge. So there is no additional fee to join partner programs. So you could be a standard member and also part of the VMware TAP program or Nutanix, whatever, and your price is always going to be $3,000. Technical knowledge exchange is here as well. This is also the level where we introduce you to the regional focus groups. There was a lot of discussion around this about kind of limiting access to the focus groups for premiums and elites, but the view was it's really a benefit for standard members as well, and they can get a better understanding, from other premium and elite members that tend to populate the focus groups today, maybe how they're doing things and what some of the best practices are there. And then obviously the standard membership, not to go into the legal framework, but this is where you get additional member privileges. So you get ability to vote for board of directors. You can be on committees, participate in the strategy, either through the focus group or other end of year member meetings. So this is really where you're a full member and as a standard member. So then moving into the premium membership, and I should highlight that obviously all of these are global. That's probably the biggest change that we made here. So no more limitations based on, I joined as an America's premium or I joined as an EMEA. Everything is global. So you have access, all of your support centers can use the system. There's no limitations on the number of users on the Connect platform. So everything is global. But the enhanced features you get here over standard is really the global 7x24, so larger level of access, and then the enterprise SLAs, and that's probably the most important. You also get single sign-on, so this really helps you start to simplify and scale access to the system. And if you're not doing single sign-on today, that's definitely something you'd want to take a look at. It really does simplify how your users experience the system. Similar to standard, you can join whatever partner programs you want. We will also have a mechanism for you to invite new members. We'll be launching that policy and process here as we go into 2023. And then the other new thing that shows up here in the premium membership, and I will go over this in more detail, is this critical escalation process. So that's a new process that's going to be in place for premium and elite members, and I'll go into some details on what that is, because that is a new feature that we're launching. And then the top membership is elite membership. Again, it's all the features that you've seen so far on standard and premium, and now here are the additional functionality. So when we talk about Connect advanced features, now we're talking about having discussions with you about customization on your process form, customization with system integration, basically, working with you on how to more fully integrate this to your workflow. You also have the ability to host co-branded partner programs, and this, most of these larger members have some type of a technology partner program or strategic partner programs, and this is your ability to really make certain that your engineers are able to collaborate with all your partners through the platform. So we have a lot of great examples of that: VMware, Red Hat, Palo Alto, Nutanix, several more. Really kind of embrace the platform to bring on all their partners to make sure their engineers are capable of collaborating with them. The other thing it could get you is solution support, and I'll share a little bit more on this later, but this really gives you ability to expand outside of the, we'll call it classic common customer support. So this could be, again, models where maybe you're taking first level support and you're escalating backline technical issues to an organization. It could even be to their R&D group. So again, you can define in with solution support any type of support workflow that you want. Data capture, all those types of things can be very unique to what your needs are. The other big thing that we're introducing, and I'll go over this in a little more detail later as well, is the TSANet Success Manager. So we feel pretty strongly that that's probably going to be the biggest new feature here for elite members. And that's really going to get you somebody assigned, whether that's Dennis, myself, Reiner, and the Europe group. We're going to work with you to make sure that you're implementing best practices, that you're really getting the value out of your membership. Co-marketing activities are also part of this, and then this is a group that's also eligible to be on the board of directors. So elite members can apply for board of director seats. Okay, so I'm going to take you through each of the features here. I'll spend a little bit more time on some of the new ones. Technical knowledge exchange. We've talked about this a bit. This was piloted last year within India, and we started to expand that to Europe towards the end of last year. For this year, we're really expanded it globally. We've done a couple sessions in Japanese local language, a couple more with Europe. So you will see that continuing to expand. So we do feel this is definitely a key feature, certainly for the support engineers. As you're aware, TSANet common customer collaboration maybe isn't something engineers do every day. Engineers love to get additional knowledge, and especially from some of these lead members that are sharing. And these are very technical sessions. They are usually about an hour long. We do record those. Those are available to everyone. And currently we're using the regional focus groups to select topics. So I would say if you are on this call and you're not part of a regional focus group, definitely reach out to me and we'll make sure you're plugged in there, because that's a good area where you can give some input on what sessions you'd like to see or your support staff would like to see. And again, you can kind of see here on the top right, this is available to every single membership level. So in TSANet Connect, obviously this is available to all the membership levels. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on here because I think everybody's very, very familiar with that platform. But obviously in its standard form, it's available to all members. Then the regional focus groups. I'll spend a little bit more time here. Again, this is available to all membership levels with the exception of limited. You can see here we have them in quite a few regions. They've remained very active through the pandemic. We moved online, but now they're moving back face-to-face. In fact, Europe just had a face-to-face one in Netherlands last week. That was very successful, and it was really great to see everybody back together. So this is really a place where you hear different organizations maybe share some best practices. It's also a great place to talk about and give input to TSANet strategy. So just really a great place to network and get involved in the organization. Single sign-on, I think this is pretty straightforward. It's premium and elites. This is very simple to set up. So I think, a lot of members are like, oh, I really don't want to spend the time and the energy to enable single sign-on. I think you would be surprised when you talk to your IT organization that this is a very simple thing to do nowadays. Almost everyone has some type of identity management system, whether it's one login or ping identity or what have you. There's an Okta out there. There's quite a few, and I guarantee you your organization is probably running one of those. And it takes about 30 minutes for your IT group to set that up. So pretty straightforward, and again gives your engineers a much better experience accessing the system. Critical escalations. I'm going to spend a little more time on this. This is brand new, and I would say this is the one that I feel our board of directors is most excited about. It's going to be limited to premium and elite. Obviously, it requires 7x24 and some type of a critical customer process in place within a member. This will be optional. So It's not something you must participate, but in order to engage another member in a critical customer situation, you must be part of this. It really is outside of the traditional escalation process. So that still remains, your classic collaboration. Something goes wrong, contact the duty manager, all that standard escalation process is still in place and still works for 99% of the issues. So these are really the ones where everything's broken down. It really requires almost a project level approach to these types of things. And I'm sure a lot of the companies on here probably do have a critical customer situation process in place within the organization. So this really allows members to connect at that level. And it's usually, management type level involvement in setting the next steps. So that's critical escalations. We are going to be piloting that starting before the end of this year, and then really bringing other elites and premiums on next year. Certainly reach out to myself and Dennis if you want to be one of the first there. Obviously, we're focusing on the board members first. But if there's other member companies that kind of want to be part of that first wave, we're certainly open to that as well. Partner programs, again, is another feature that is targeted towards elite members. And as I said, you can see a lot of logos here. There's quite a few companies that have really done a great job here moving their partner programs into TSANet. It makes it very efficient, makes it very cost effective. We have organizations that are managing 300 partners with a single person. So this is definitely a very scalable approach to partner management. It's very repeatable. You're kind of leveraging the platform, the TSANet legal framework. All those things really kind of simplify the process on your side. And we do have quite a bit of flexibility there as far as how the partner programs is set up. You could have your own legal documents on there. You could pay for the members could pay. Again, quite a bit of flexibility here, and that is why we have this focus on the elite members, and this is where obviously the success manager will spend some time and ensure these types of things are in place. The solution support model then is the next. So this is something that we do feel more members could be taken advantage of. So the platform is extremely flexible. You can define different process forms and process workflow that maybe doesn't even require a common customer. So this would be specifically if you have some type of relationship with another member. Maybe it's strategic, maybe it's OEM, whatever it happens to be. Probably a good example that we do have on the platform today is the FlexPod solution, which is a combination of Cisco and NetApp gear and Microsoft, Citrix, a few other types of software on the top. But it really allows you to set up very specific workflows to ensure that that particular solution is supported correctly. And obviously, that's all happening within the TSANet Connect system as well. Then the next new item here is TSANet Connect integrations. This is part of TSANet Connect 2.0, and probably the next strategy update will kind of give you an update on what's happening there. But this will be, again, targeted at elite members, where we will really be working to design the workflow to meet what the support engineers need. And I would say that the area really of focus is outbound. So I think inbound workflow, most members have been able to design that where it's an email to case, or maybe we'll go full API to create a case in the system. But I think the inbound workflow is in fairly good shape today. It's the outbound that I do feel has the biggest opportunity. So this is things like allowing the engineer right within your case tracking system to access TSANet Connect, make a collaboration. All that is updating your case. So I think the outbound workflow certainly can be improved and would increase functionality as well. And what we see happening here, obviously, we're going to be very flexible with elite members to try to understand the best way to do this. But we do see this as an area then where we'd share best practices between members. So, for example, once we have we'll call it a reference Salesforce integration in place, I think that's something we can share with other elite members. That becomes input to the roadmap that could one day result in a Salesforce app. So we really feel this is the best way forward as far as the integration aspect of Connect 2.0. Then the next new one is the Success Manager. I would say this is the one probably TSANet staff is most excited about. It really is going to have us focusing a lot more on the elite members, really going through all the different items that we see as value on being a TSANet member, especially at an elite level. Bring a primary point of contact, which I think is certainly helpful. This will also give us kind of a structure to provide best practices and something that's kind of data driven. So this would be the type of thing where, we can share with you, this is how member X does this, right? So if you're doing a partner program, maybe we would take you through, members such as Red Hat, VMware, et cetera. We would also spend time with your partner managers and probably readiness teams to really understand how TSANet Connect could be leveraged more for partner programs and solution support. And then all the classic things as far as usage, training, awareness, all those types of things, the Success Manager would get involved in as well. And probably the most important is making sure that you're participating in as many regional focus groups as we can. Obviously a lot of these elite members are multinationals. They have groups in, at least 3 or 4 of the regional focus group areas that we have. So I think this is definitely an opportunity to make sure that you're plugged into more than one region there and participating. And that is it. I think we still have some time, Dennis, for some questions.
We do. I don't have any questions. I tell you a couple things I want to emphasize. One, great job. I mean, that's a lot of information for everybody. I'm not going to try to go back over anything and emphasize it. I think you did a really good job with, especially on, the regional thing is now gone. We don't have to worry about that anymore. That's a big one for everybody. I guess what I would emphasize to everyone is, again, this is your organization. That's just why we were able to really take advantage of the fact that we're a not-for-profit. This was very member driven. The board was really emphasized on the fact you guys need to let's come up with stuff that provides more value to the membership. And I think that we've done a really good job at that with some of these new programs and taking away some of the barriers that we had before. So I think as we get this folded out, you guys are going to be able to take advantage of this new model quite a bit and see some cost savings on that as well. So I think we're just about out of time. I don't have any questions. Again, this has been recorded. You can get a hold of Paul or myself, Dennis or Paul at TSANet.org, or you can just go to the website, and now we've got a new chat feature where you can go in there and we'll be able to respond to you. So I don't have anything else. Any closing comments, Paul? Are we good?
I think we're good. Yeah, I'd say next step, you certainly go to the website. That's all been updated. And again, we're going to be sending out emails to every single member. It'd be obviously addressed at your business manager. So maybe some folks on this call wouldn't get that, but certainly there'll be follow-up communication coming here in the weeks ahead.
All right, outstanding. Thanks everybody for joining us. Appreciate it.